Lady Seahawks down 5-3 here in game one. San Isidro will serve it up. That's Jordan Garcia putting it over. Ball at the net, played by the Lady Seahawks. Big swing right in the middle. Played on the back row by the Lady Tigers. They'll set it up. This time Kenya Ortiz puts it over. Covered by the Lady Seahawks. Back San Isidro on the attack. Middle set this time. Mia Alvarado. In the net it goes though. Point Riviera Kaufer. 5-4 game. Lady Tigers have this game here tonight, and then they'll be on the road on Tuesday for a big matchup, as they'll be taking on San Perlita. Ball over, big swing that time, and a kill put down by Madison Alegria. And we're all tied at 5 apiece. Alegria from the outside left that time for Riviera Kaufer. Lady Seahawks now serving for the lead. Emily Bunger back at the service line. Right-handed serve, gets it across, a deep serve back corner played, and nothing doing on the return. Point for Riviera, and they take a 6-5 lead. This gym was loud during the JV game. Been in here, and this place has been packed to the gills. They can make a bunch of noise in a hurry. Serve over, San Isidro will try to return this. They'll get it over, back row, that's in. Nobody back to cover the back row that time for the Lady Seahawks. Now we're all tied at 6 apiece. Fans, again, I want to pass a word that there will be no video of this one tonight. The boys last night on our football game switched my cameras on me. We've never packed that particular camera in this bag. They did last night. And Dahlia and I got here to set it up and found out that we had sent ourselves on a long journey, so I decided to go with an audio only to at least give some coverage here. Going back to the old radio days in which I broadcast many a game using that format. Roma Elizondo to serve it up for San Isidro. Second hit and a free hit coming up for San Isidro as that one sails out of bounds though. On the pass by Rivera, another point for San Isidro. Lady Tigers up 8-6. Lady Tigers to serve it up. Good pass this time for Riviera. Big center set, and Madison Alegria thunders one down. Alegria that time went middle hitter. Finishes off her rotation on the front row with a kill. Makes it an 8-7 game. She'll rotate back to serve. Alegria ready to serve. Left-handed hitter, and in the net it goes. Service errors. There's been a few in this game out of the early part. And now back to serve for San Isidro is Kenya Ortiz. Ortiz, a right-handed server for the Lady Tigers. Gets that over. Good pass this time by Riviera. They'll set it up off the net, left side. That's a little bit out of bounds off the back row as Lauren Tabor, too strong on the swing. Makes it a 10-7 game. Hello, Marco, checking in on the game. Audio only, my friends. The boys packed the wrong camera. Dahlia and I got here, no power supply. And despite the fact some of the San Isidro fans had some video cameras that we tried to put into play, nothing doing. Another point for San Isidro. Lady Tigers go up 11-7. Timeout called. The Lady Seahawks want to talk it over. Game one continues. This is Real Sports Live.
Thanks for watching Real Sports Live. Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Real Sports 5, number 1.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Hi, we're Lady Vikings, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Back here on Real Sports Live on a Tuesday night, a little high school volleyball coming your way, the old-fashioned way, a little radio broadcast coming your way tonight as our camera not into play, so I'll do my best, absolute best, to bring you a radio call. Like I said, I started my career off many, many years in radio. I think I can pull this off. Missed serve by the Lady Tigers, and so the Lady Seahawks will now serve. Brianna Lerma back at the service line, right-handed server. Deep serve, back row. Pass forward by the Lady Tigers. They'll set it up in the middle. This time Mia Alvarado puts it over. Ball back on a back set for the Lady Seahawks. They punch it in the net. point Lady Tigers. San Isidro up by 4. That's the biggest lead of the game for either team. Back to the serve is Mia Alvarado for the Lady Tigers of San Isidro. Alvarado, a right-handed jump serve, line drives that in the net. And service errors have played a factor in this ball game. Both teams with a few here in game 1. Back to serve is Brianna Ramirez, the libero for the Lady Seahawks. Ball off the net, played over. Riviera Kaufer on the attack, punched over Emily Bunger, puts that in the net. Point San Isidro, Lady Tigers up by 4 at 13-9. Back to serve now is Nicole Delgado. Delgado, a right-handed server. That's in the net, another service error. Riviera Kaufer scores again, making it a 13-10 game. Our broadcast coming your way tonight. We'll be having additional broadcasts, and I've already checked all the guys have the cameras. Heads up play by Bert Ruiz to make sure he had a camera switch on the last second. And thankfully, Eddie Bermudez was able to pack a spare camera in the direction of the Donna game. Otherwise, they would be out of commission as well. I'll have a good talk with DeMarcus and with Rudy Zamaripa Jr., who packed my cameras last night. Big kill right down the middle by Madison Alegria. Biggest hit of the night for the Seahawks. 3-point game. She rotated back to the front row. Alegria standing as a middle hitter. Serve over this time as Allison Alegria puts it over. Tigers with a free hit coming up. Here come the Seahawks with a good pass. Set this time by Allison Alegria. Ball over just off the net and in. Mary Godfrey got the hit and a point scored for the Lady Seahawks. Now they reverse that, give the point to the Tigers. It's a 15-11 game. Short serve, good pass, high set, middle. Alegria has it blocked back at her. Ball all the way back over on the San Isidro side to the middle. They'll set up Alvarado off the back row, got it down for the point. Alvarado's hit, carried back row. Libero, Brianna Ramirez got a hand on it. Now a 5-point lead for San Isidro. Jordan Garcia serves it up. Knuckleballs it to the back row. Good pass that time by Ramirez. A high set looking for Madison Alegria, puts it over. San Isidro mounting an attack. They'll set up Ortiz. Put over and a point scored San Isidro as the pass carried just into the net. Jordan Garcia will serve again for the Lady Tigers of San Isidro. Deeper serve this time, back row, a pass this time by Cassie Sheffield. Ball at the net, Alegria wins the challenge, but she carries herself in the net and a point scored. San Isidro now up 7, that's the biggest lead of the game. Alegria, left-handed hitter, tried to turn her body at the same time. Now an ace served up for the Lady Tigers, makes it a 19-11 game, another timeout. Riviera will talk. We're at San Isidro, an audio version of high school volleyball. Lady Tigers, Lady Seahawks on Rio Sports Live.
Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Robert Bella's favorite.
Back here as we continue play. San Isidro serves it up. Lady Seahawks of Riviera Kaufer set it up. Alegria hits that off the back row, played by the Lady Tigers. Free hit coming up. A good set that go right back to Alegria at the middle. Swings away, puts it away. Back-to-back set opportunities that time, and Madison Alegria did not miss on the second hit. Punched that one down. No coverage that time at all, as the San Isidro Lady Tigers were already backpedaling after that first kill attempt. Back to serve is Emily Bunger for the Lady Seahawks. Short serve, pass forward by Garcia. Into the net it goes. Point scored for Riviera Kaufer. Makes it a 19-13 game. Live audio coverage coming your way from San Isidro here tonight. High school volleyball. Next serve coming across by Bunger. Good pass this time by the Lady Tigers. Ball over. Riviera Kaufer will set it up at the net, and nothing doing. Point scored San Isidro. They get to 21st here in game number 1. Substitution in as Brianna Ramirez checks back in the game. The libero heads to the back row for Riviera Kaufer. Meanwhile, the serve. Lady Tigers serving it up that time was Emma Garcia. Ball over. That's not Garcia. That's Roma Elizondo, and that's good enough for a point. San Isidro now up 8 at 21-13. Substitution in the game. Here comes Lauren Tabor back into the ball game. 2014 game as they award that point to Lady Seahawks at the service line. Madison Alegria. Good serve, but it's passed forward by the Lady Tigers. Big swing. Back row there to dig that by Ramirez. Set it up at the net. Lady Tigers back on defense. They'll hit it over. Back row to play it for the Lady Seahawks. Right side tipped over. This time that's Lauren Tabor. Good scrambling play and a diving play by Nicole Delgado keeps it alive. Lady Seahawks on the attack again with a back set, and in the net it goes. They tried to get real tight line close to the net with that set as Lauren Tabor did everything she could to avoid the net and still try to hit the ball just over. Nothing doing. Service time now for Kenya Ortiz. Swings away. Good pass this time by Brianna Ramirez on the back row. Hit attempt by Lauren Tabor is covered. Lady Tigers will set it up in the middle. Swing by Maria Rendon, and she'll put it away. Maria Rendon with a kill for the Lady Tigers, and they go up by 8. Now 3 away from taking game 1 is Kenya Ortiz back of the service line. Ortiz, a right-handed server. Line drives that over, looking for the sideline, and that is in for an ace. Right down the line, it stayed in by inches. San Isidro Lady Tigers now up 9. That's the biggest lead of the game as Ortiz serves again. Deeper serve this time, they'll play that. Over near the bleachers, nothing doing. Back row played one that may have been going out that time. And now the Lady Tigers can serve to try to take game 1 here in this best-of-5 series. Ortiz back at the service line. Gets that one just across on the return. It's out of bounds, and San Isidro wins game 1. 25-14, Lady Tigers win game 1. Game 2 coming up on Rio Sports Live.
Watching Rio Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we get set for game 2 here of this best-of-5 from San Isidro, Texas. Lady Tigers captured the first one, 25-14, an audio broadcast only as a result of the guys packing the wrong cameras. So apologize there, but we'll do the best to bring you at least coverage of this game from the home of the Lady Tigers. Riviera Lady Seahawks will serve to start game 2. Back at the line is Lauren Tabor. She'll serve it up. And away we go. Left-handed server with a jump serve. Deep serve on the back corner, played by the Lady Tigers. Keep it in play. Free ball coming up for the Lady Seahawks. Opportunity to score the first point. Second hit over, played by the Tigers. Ball at the middle, spiked over, and Alegria puts it down. Point Riviera. Lady Seahawks, that was just a bang-bang play back and forth between two players. Once it got in the sights of Madison Alegria, she was able to put that away. Now an ace served up for the Lady Seahawks, and they jump out to a 2-0 lead. If you're just joining us, again, it's audio only tonight from San Isidro. Tried to get the camera in play. The boys packed the wrong one. Back to serve is Lauren Tabor. Tabor gets that just over the net, got an ace, and it's a 3-0 game to start game two. Lauren Tabor got the kind roll as the English off that ball, carried it just over the net. Tabor to serve again for the Lady Seahawks. Left-handed server, jump serve, deep serve, right down the middle. Played by the Lady Tigers. Set it up on the middle, blocked back at you, and a point scored. They tried to set up Marie Rendon, but Madison Alegria right there to block it back down for the point. 4-point lead for the Lady Seahawks. Next serve across. Good pass this time. A high set over the net. Sets up the Lady Seahawks. They hit it over. Tigers on the response. Big swing that time. Biggest hit of the game for Jordan Garcia. And that goes down for the point. San Isidro on the board. Jordan Garcia able to get the steps right. Put it down. Service time now for the Lady Tigers, as that's Nicole Delgado back at the service line. High center to Alegria, right down the middle. Good for another point for Riviera. Again, an audio version only coming your way tonight. We will have video play coming your way tonight from Donna, from Sherryland, and from Mission Veterans. Heads up play by Bert Ruiz to make communication to make sure that camera. They were switched with the camera too, but they were closer to a spare than Dahlia and I were out here in San Isidro. No chance. Timeout on the floor. 5-1 game. Riviera leads. Second game of 5 continues after this.
Hi, we're the Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Back here on Real Sports as we continue with our broadcast here of game 2 of this game between San Isidro and Riviera Kaufer. Big swing that time after the serve, but it carries out of bounds. Lady Tigers tried to set up Jordan Garcia, this time off the middle hit. Too far off the back row. Allison Alegria serves it up. Good serve, good pass by the Lady Tigers. Set up this time, and that's Elizondo putting it over. But it goes in the net. Another point to Riviera. And they now go up 7-1. That represents their biggest lead of the night in game 1 or now game 2. Another serve by Alegria. Pass forward, set it up in the middle. Garcia tips it over, played by the Lady Seahawks. Free ball coming up for the Tigers as it's over on their side. High set, back set this time. Garcia swings away, got it just out of bounds. Nobody back there on the back row. That landed about 6 inches out. And it's now an 8-1 lead for Riviera Kaufer. Serve over. Ball still on the back row on the second hit. Now a free ball coming up for the Lady Seahawks. Good pass. Alegria to set it up, and then a lift is going to be called against Riviera, allowing the Tigers of San Isidro to score the point. Back to serve is Maria Rendon. Gets it over for the Lady Tigers. Ball passed up into the net. Ball still alive though. Challenge there, and won by the Seahawks on that middle. Madison Alegria, the biggest hitter for the Seahawks, centered up against Jordan Garcia and won that contest, scoring the point. 9-2 ball game. Serve over, played by the Lady Tigers. They'll set it up on the right side. Ball over. Riviera now goes on the attack. Ball pass up in the net, nothing doing, and San Isidro scores the point. Miss hit on a pass that time for Riviera. And so the Lady Tigers now send back Jordan Garcia to the service line. Garcia puts this one across. Line drive serve, got an ace. Back row managed to get a hand on that, but nothing doing on returning the serve. As Jordan Garcia serves again. This time a better pass on the return of serve. Sets up the middle hit for Alegria, puts it down. Right in the middle, Alegria elevated. Looked like her eyes and her neck and head were above the net that time. Looking down, scanning that defense before she put that hit away. She'll rotate back to serve now. 10-4 score, ace served up. Alegria caught the back row with nobody in the center. Put that right down the middle. 11-4 game, 7-point lead for the Lady Seahawks, trying to respond after the Lady Tigers took game one, 25-14. Madison Alegria to serve again. She's a left-handed server. And she serves up another ace. Tiger defense punched at the ball. Too much pace on that, carried it over into their bench. Alegria to serve again. 8-point lead now for the Lady Seahawks, and they've responded well after dropping game one. Another line drive serve, this time played by the Tigers. Set it up in the middle, and the swing in the net. Blocked, ball stays alive. Now on the Seahawks side, they'll set it up. This time, that's going to be Lauren Tabor. Puts it down in the back corner, point scored. Seahawks turning that from defense into offense to score that point. Back to serve now, Madison Alegria. Left-handed serve again, deep serve in the corner. Garcia passes it. Now a free ball coming up, though, for the Lady Seahawks. Good pass, high set, over by Tabor. Played on the back row by Garcia for the San Isidro Lady Tigers. Second hit in the net, point scored Rivera. They're up double figures. 14-10 game here as our audio coverage comes your way tonight from San Isidro. Service time for Madison Alegria again. She's had a nice rotation through the service line. It continues with another ace. 11-point lead now for the Lady Seahawks, and a timeout called by the Lady Tigers. High school volleyball continues. Audio coverage on a Tuesday night. This is Real Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Hi, thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young.
Lady Tigers that call the timeout. They respond by scoring a quick point. Still down double digits. They'll set it up now over the net. It goes. Ball at the net. Challenge still alive. Now a point scored. Riviera wins the challenge. And a lift is called against San Isidro. What a difference a game makes in transition here. Brianna Lerma back to serve now for the Lady Seahawks. Right-handed server, serves it for the back corner. Played by the Lady Tigers of San Isidro. From the right side, they'll hit it over. Good pass by the libero. Ball up into the net on the pass, and San Isidro scores a point. 16-6 your score. Maria Rendon checks in at the line, or she'll go to the net for San Isidro. Meanwhile, back to serve is Kenya Ortiz. Ortiz gets it over with a good pass. That's an ace served up. Alegria got her hands on that ball, but you could see the English on that carried it all the way over by the scorer's table. 9-point lead. Another serve coming up for the Lady Tigers. Deeper serve this time. That is another ace. Back row played that. Looked like it was going to carry out of bounds. They tried to make a play on it, thus putting it in position for that point to be scored. Ball back over on the Tigers' side. Free ball for the Lady Seahawks of Rivera Kaufman. Hit over on the back row, played by the Tigers. Tigers will pass it forward. Free ball for the Lady Seahawks again. Better pass, back set, right side. Spiked across. Lady Tigers back row gets a hand on it. Nothing doing, can't return it. Point scored, Lady Seahawks. Jordan Garcia hit it first. Then racing back over near the bleachers on the back right side was Mia Alvarado. Managed to keep it in play, and Garcia had no prayer of getting that over. Lady Tigers set it up this time. That's hit off the net. It carries over. Point scored, San Isidro. Back to serve now is Mia Alvarado for the Lady Tigers. Down by 8 here in game 2 after taking game 1. Jump serve is in the net. Point scored, Riviera Kaufer. Back to the line is Lauren Tabor. Line drives that over. That's played by Rendon. They'll set her right back up, puts it over. Lady Seahawks recover that. Free ball for the Tigers. The good pass, racing over to try to set that up. Garcia now rotated back on the front row, missed the hit. Ball stays alive. Big swing this time, and Jordan Garcia puts it away. Lesvia Guerra watching the game or tuning in. Our camera crew last night switched our bags on us, and we had no power supply for the camera in hand. So it's got to be an audio only on this particular broadcast. Serve over for Rivera Kaufers, an ace. Lady Seahawks now go up by 11, trying to take game 2 and even this series. Lauren Tabor will serve again. Gets it across. Ball played by the Lady Tigers of San Isidro. Punched over. Riviera Kaufer will set it up in the middle. Alegria got it over, got it down for the point. Wasn't her biggest hit, but it was a well-placed hit as they were covering that with a center block, thus leaving the outside left wide open on the defensive end. Serve over by the Lady Seahawks. Lady Tigers of San Isidro will pass it. Just off the net, a swing by Rendon. Ball blocked, ball back over on the Riviera side. Free ball now for the Tigers. Back row to pass it. Good high set at the net. Garcia punches it. Blocked by Alegria. Tigers attack again. This time it's Rendon. Hits it past the blockers. Got it to the back row. Tabor there to play that. Here come the Tigers again. Set up Garcia middle. Got it off the net and off a deflection. Point score for the Lady Tigers. Alegria got a hand on that on the center, trying to block that. Lady Tigers now to serve it up. Back at the line is Nicole Delgado. Puts that over. Riviera Kaufer will pass it up near the net. Nothing doing. Punched into the net. Lady Tigers score. Lesvia will get you next time, I promise. We'll keep it here. I've done 20 plus years of radio before I ever got into this television thing. I'll bring you the best broadcast I can to let you know what's happening. Ball at the net and a challenge there and a block down by Jordan Garcia for San Isidro. That scores the point. Lady Tigers, after taking game 1 by 11, fell in a double-digit hole here in this one. Now have climbed back to cut it to 9, and they'll serve. Gets across, played by Riviera. In the net it goes. Point scored. San Isidro. The pass wasn't so bad. It was the second hit. Kind of took the hitter out of play. They were defensively trying to get the ball over. Good serve this time by the Lady Tigers. Second hit tipped over, and that's good enough for a point. Well-placed hit by Allison Alegria for Riviera. Lady Seahawks would be content to trade points here. Up by 9, just 3 away from taking game 2. Good pass this time by the Lady Tigers. Set it up this time, and a swing in the net as Roma Elizondo just missed on the hit. Time substitution now in the game for the Lady Tigers. Good pass this time, ball over. And a hit just across as a point scored for Riviera Kaufer. Service time for Allison Alegria. In the net it goes. Lady Tigers score the point. Alex Garcia now checks into the game, a freshman on the front row for the Lady Tigers. Serve over by San Isidro's an ace. The Lady Tigers have staved off 2 game points here in game 2. And now they'll serve again as Maria Rendon serves it up. Gets it over. Played by the Lady Seahawks, but another ace. Couldn't return the serve as Rendon with back-to-back aces. Serves again for San Isidro. Line drives this to the back row. Pass all the way back over on the San Isidro side. Golden chance to score a point here. Set it up, punched over, point scored. Kenya Ortiz got that just in front of the back row. For the Lady Tigers, it's now a 7-point game. Rendon continues to serve. Another line drive. That's another ace. Down to a 6-point lead. Rendon trying to bring her team all the way back. Got a lot of work to do. Gets this one just over the net. Another ace. It carried as it hit the net, spun forward. Again, everyone was backpedaling for these big, huge serves. And just a huge gap opened up. Another serve over. Better pass this time. Seahawks trying to put it away. Challenge at the net. Ball back over on the Seahawks side, and Alegria puts it away, game over. Madison Alegria finally got her steps right and got a ball right in her sights and puts it down. 25-19, we're all tied up, 1 game apiece. Game 2 coming up.
Primary care is changing the way men's health care is done.
We are the Patriots. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, I want to remind you fans, the next big event in the city of San Benito is the South Texas Music Festival on Saturday, September 21st at West Haven Memorial Park, 705 North Bowie Street. That's coming up just around the corner, just 4 days away. South Texas Music Festival, downtown San Benito. Music, fun, food, vendors, 4 to 11 o'clock. San Benito, one of our sponsors here on Rio Sports Live, helping us along. We're getting ready for game 3 here at San Isidro. Lady Tigers won the first one. Lady Seahawks won the second one. Game 3 serving up after this.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. How about this 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500, a regular cab, custom wheels, bedliner, 21,000 miles, power everything, $25,900. Or how about this 2015 BMW 328i, fully loaded with an X-Drive, navigation, sunroof, leather interior, $18,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hi, we're Mission Veterans, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Want to remind you, fans, we've got other volleyball action coming your way tonight, and the other 3 gyms, we should have no problems whatsoever with camera. We've got a camera here. My wife, Dahlia, and I drove all the way over to San Isidro. We've got a camera, but had a rookie at the helm last night, and he and DeMarcus were in too much of a hurry to get out of that place after we finished that 8-on-8 flag football coverage. And they swapped cameras with bags, and power supplies just don't match up. We did not have a spare with us. We did have spares at some of the other gyms. So even those crews had the wrong camera in place, but they had a backup. We were confident we had everything we needed, and so here we are with an audio broadcast. Game 3 underway, and the ball is volleyed over on the San Isidro side. They'll hit that over, then the whistle blows, and the net called on Riviera. And San Isidro breaks out with the first point of the game. In game 1, San Isidro extended out to the lead early and then built from there. Game 2, flipped the switch. Riviera Kaufer did the same thing. Thus, each team winning game apiece heading into game 3. Big swing this time by Jordan Garcia, not returned. Point scored. Lady Tigers go up 2-0. Jordan Garcia right down the middle of the net that time. Service time for the Lady Tigers as Nicole Delgado will put it in play. In the net it goes. Riviera scores the point. Service errors have been an issue tonight for these two teams. It has opened up opportunities. Lauren Tabor now serves for Riviera. Serves up an ace. We're tied at 2 apiece. We've seen our share of aces served up between these two teams as well. That's what happens. A lot of times you go for the ace over and over and over. That's what causes those hits into the net. This time a deeper serve. Played on the back row. Free ball. If the Tigers can get it over, they do. Riviera Kaufer with a good pass. A high set. Alegria from the middle. Punches that over. Good dig this time by Elizondo. Garcia now hits it over from San Isidro. Ball back over on the Kaufer side with a right hand off the block. Alegria scores the point for the Lady Seahawks. She switched gears from left to right hand. Caught the blockers off guard. Riviera Kaufer scores the point. Another serve this time by Tabor. Tigers on the pass. Set up Garcia in the middle. Swings away. Back corner. Got it down. Tie game at 3 apiece. 3-3 your score here in game 3. Lady Tigers rotate back. Maria Rendon to serve. Rendon had a great service run in the late stages of game 2. Serves up a near ace. The pass is carried all the way back over on the Tiger side. They'll set up Garcia looking for the sideline. That carries out of bounds. Garcia had an idea. Going right to left. Carried out by about a foot. The serve over on the pass, right back over. They exchange it. Tigers now set up the attack to Garcia, back corner. Punched up in the air, kept alive by Tabor. Diving play on the Tigers side, keeps the ball in play. Now a setup for Alegria though, and she puts it down. They'll call her in the net. In the net was called on Alegria. She kind of shrugs that off. 4-4 the score. Head coach Kathy Borden up really quick. Make sure she got the right explanation on that. Alegria now takes a little pace off the next one and places that down on the floor between the front and back row on the Lady Tiger side. 5-4 game. Lady Seahawks back to the service line. As Lauren Tabor will serve it up. Tabor ready to go. Serves it across. Played by the Lady Tigers with a pass on the back row. It stays back there. Free ball now for the Lady Seahawks. The pass right up near the net. Second hit over. Covered nicely by the Tigers. Punch right back over. Now the Seahawks punch it over. Tigers able to cover that. Set it up in the middle. There's a swing attempt by Mia Alvarado. Played nicely. Set up here's Alegria off the block. Got the point. They played defense by sustaining that hit by Mia Alvarado. And the Lady Seahawks went instant offense, setting up Madison Alegria to put it away. 2-point lead for Riviera Kaufer. Emily Bunger back to serve. Pass by the Tigers. Off the left-hand side, swing across. Good dig again by Bunger on that back row. Middle, Alegria looking for the back corner, played by the Lady Tigers. Their libero active back there on the back row. But a block at the front row, point scored. Seahawks now up 3. Emma Garcia, the libero back there, did a good job of keeping the ball alive. Once that ball got near the net, too much firepower up there. Now an ace served up for the Lady Seahawks as Emily Bunger sees her team go up by 4. Another serve coming up. Deeper serve this time. That is in on the back row for an ace. Timeout called San Isidro. Looked like that was going to carry out at the last second. That just died. 9-4 game. Game 3 continues after this.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Hi, we're the Lady Diamondbacks, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting...
See those Pioneer Lady Diamondbacks. They're not in action tonight on a broadcast game. We're broadcasting from Sherryland tonight, from Mission Veterans, from Donna, and from here at San Isidro. San Isidro, Dahlia and I have got the blinders on as we have to bring you this broadcast, audio only, as a result of the wrong camera being placed in the bag. Nonetheless, action here. Tightly contested game here in game 3. Each team won a game, and we're back to action after the timeout. Free ball coming up. Now they'll just catch that ball. Emily Bunger racing back to the back row. Actually just caught that ball like a wide receiver. Then looked over to coach and was like, oh, I thought it was a 4 hit. It was just the 3rd hit. Point score for the Lady Tigers. 9-5 game. Next rally continues. The Tigers put it down, back corner, good. 9-6 game. Both teams having plenty of firepower at the net. That kill makes it a 9-6 game. Served by Elizondo. And a bad pass. Point scored. San Isidro makes it a 9-7 game. 2-point game as Elizondo ready to serve again. Roma Elizondo, a right-handed server. Gets that one over. Seahawks struggle, can't get it across. Point scored, San Isidro, 1-point game. 9-8 your score as Roma Elizondo now will serve for the tie for San Isidro. Another right-handed serve, carries over. Pass, stays on the back row. Free ball over on the Tiger side. Good pass, high set, middle hit. Alvarado carries over the net, tie game. Alvarado got that off the top of the net. Ball hit dead center and then just like balanced for a moment and then fell down for the point. Another serve coming up for Roma Elizondo. Now Tigers looking for the lead. Quick set for Alegria. Back row, out of bounds it goes. Point scored Tigers. Timeout called Seahawks. Their lead is gone. Tigers lead in game 3.
Padre Island. Be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format. No fish over 21 inches. $150 per team or boat. Maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
That fishing tournament is coming up, my friends, and it's going to help the cause of athletes. Try to mark your calendar and see if you can help out by attending that particular tournament. Audio broadcast tonight of high school volleyball from San Isidro. After Rivera called a timeout, Rivera Kaufer were able to score 2 consecutive points and regain the lead, up 11-10 as Madison Alegria rotates back to the service line. Alegria gets that one over. Played by the Tigers, good pass. High back set this time, looking in for Alvarado. Back row there to play that for the Lady Seahawks. They'll set it up in the middle, hit over by Jocelyn Lerma, and she gets that down for the point. Lerma able to get the kill. 2-point lead for the visiting Lady Seahawks. Alegria to serve again. In the net it goes. Point scored, San Isidro. Lady Tigers will immediately substitute. Maria Rendon checks in on the front row. Kenya Ortiz rotates back to the service line. And on the bench will be Emma Garcia, the libero. Serve carries out of bounds. Point scored, Riviera. 2-point lead. Substituting the game now for the Lady Seahawks as Brienne Lerma checks into the game. Lerma, a right-handed server. Muscles that one to the back row, carries out of bounds. Consecutive service errors, back, 3 different ones. We move to a 13-12 game. Back to serve Mia Alvarado. That serves over. Good pass this time by the Lady Seahawks. Center set, bigger swing this time, and that carries out of bounds. Lady Seahawks wanted a touch on that. They wanted that off the block. Nothing doing. Lady Tigers score the point. Back to serve is Alvarado. Gets it over. Good pass this time by the Lady Seahawks. A little bit off the net, punched over, and point scored on a kill that time by Lauren Tabor. Tabor able to put it over. Substitute into the game. Checking in is Emily Bunger on the front row. Meanwhile, a serve by Rihanna Ramirez. Ball passed up near the net. One-handed over now on the Seahawks side. Can't return it. Tie game as the Lady Tigers tie it up at 14. Good pass that time, and then the second hit over. Nicole Delgado back to serve. Delgado gets it with a deep serve. Back row, Alegria there to pass that. Set her up on a back row attempt. Had to elude her own player. Got it over. Tigers with a good chance. Set it to Rendon off the net. Played back over by the Hawks. They'll set it up off the net. Just past the block. Got a point down as Emily Bunger. Just got that over the edge of the blockers. And it fell down for the point for the Lady Seahawks. Riviera Kaufer up by 1 at 15-14. Back to serve is Tamor. Puts that over. Pass right up near the net. Challenge one there. San Isidro scores the point. Good concentration that time by the Lady Tigers. Mia Alvarado had her back to the net. Could feel the presence of 2 blockers at the net as she tried to muscle that one over. The serve goes across now. San Isidro scores as Rendon serves up an ace. Maria Rendon to serve again. Lady Tigers up 1. The pass right back over. Ball back on the Tiger side. Trying to set it up on a back set. This is Garcia. Pounds it away. Point scored, Lady Tigers. Off the back set that time, and Jordan Garcia with the kill. 2-point lead for the Lady Tigers. Rendon serves again. They've had trouble with these serves, and look out here. That one carries right over here beyond us. Point scored 18-15. My wife had her in a game back here, nearly got hit. 18-15 your score. Serve over by Rendon, and that is another ace. This Lady Seahawk team has had trouble with Maria Rendon's serves. She's ready to serve another ace. Deeper serve in the back corner, another ace. 5-point lead, Lady Tigers. Timeout call by the Lady Seahawks. Maria Rendon.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westaco East High School. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Back here on Rio Sports, Game 3 from San Isidro. The Lady Tigers with a 5-point lead. After falling in Game 2, have responded here in Game 3. Alegria after the timeout tries for the kill, covered by the Lady Tigers. Ball back over on the Seahawks side. That's a lift call, and the San Isidro scores again. Lady Tigers go up by 6. Ball over on the Tiger side. Seahawks now with the ball. Set it up off the net. Alegria had to backpedal. Gets it over. Tigers golden chance here to score. Set it up off the net. Kenya Ortiz just carries over the net. Scores the point for the Lady Tigers. Kenya Ortiz just got that ball off the net. Carried over for San Isidro. Lady Seahawks return the serve this time. Tigers on a back set for Garcia. Back corner, got it. Good return of serve, set up that set. And then Jordan Garcia didn't miss the opportunity. Put that one over, now a serve in the net. Should be 23-16. They've got the score backwards. Another point scored for San Isidro. Should be a 24-16 game. Timeout called, as they'll check on that. We have it set at 24-16. They're checking with the official scorers table. And it's now set. Lady Tigers will now serve to try to win this game. Jordan Garcia serves it over. High set for the Seahawks, punched over, kicked back over by the Tigers. That ball's in play. Riviera gets it up near the net. Spike it over, played by the Tigers. On the return, it goes out of bounds. Jordan Garcia with a kick ball that time, defensively. Kept the rally alive a little longer. Riviera scored. Emily Bunger back at the service line. Serves it up. Tigers get it over. Free ball. Pass, the second hit over. Tigers now go on the attack. Set it up in the middle to Alvarado. Played back over. Punched back over on the Tiger side. May have been going out. They'll play it from the back row. Free ball coming up for the Lady Seahawks. Bad pass to the back row. They'll get it forward. Free ball for the Tigers. Garcia with the pass. The set by Delgado. The hit by Alvarado in the net. Points scored, Riviera. 6-point game, 24-18. Emily Bunger to serve again. Short serve this time. On the pass, right up at the net. spiked over, and a point scored. We passed that ball too close to the net with Alegria at the line, and she'll take care of it. Madison with a kill. 5-point lead, 24-19. Game 3 continues. Lady Tigers trying to win game 3.
Hi, we're Peter Bay Lady Bears, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. Go!
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Back here in San Isidro, audio coverage of high school volleyball on a Tuesday night. Riviera Lady Seahawks will serve it up. Emily Bunger serves it across, and that is out of bounds. Game over. San Isidro wins game 3. They took the first one 25-14, lost the second one 25-19, flipped the score in game 3 and win 25-19. Game 4 from San Isidro coming up after this.
Hi, we're the Lady Wildcats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Hi, we're Edinburgh Cougars, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Back here as we get set to start game 4, reset the score, and away we go. San Isidro now will be trying to end this match. They can get a win here. Seahawks responded after losing game 1 by taking game 2. Actually, the score appears closer to what it was. They had a double-digit lead when they hit 24. First serve of the game, played by the Lady Tigers. Just over, points scored. San Isidro out to a 1-0 lead. Back to serve for the Lady Tigers is Nicole Delgado. Short serve. Good pass this time by the Seahawks. Set up Alegria at the net. Blocked by Garcia. Point scored. San Isidro. 2-0 game, Lady Tigers. The team in the first 3 games that established the lead early was able to capture the win. Delgado serves. Pass by the Seahawks. Set it up on the left side. Good spike, but it's played by the Tigers. Punched over. Seahawks go on the attack again. Hit it over. Garcia punches it right back on their side. Seahawks set up Alegria. Gets it over. Got it down. Point. Alegria that time didn't have any blockers in front of her. With that left hand, able to reach out and put it down. Serve time for the Seahawks. Good pass this time by Garcia on the back row. That's Emma Garcia. As the ball comes across, Riviera able to edge it right back over and quickly score a point. Tie game at 2 apiece. Lauren Tabor back to serve. Tabor ready. Deep serve down the middle. Good pass this time by Alvarado. Set up Garcia in the middle. Got it down. Good pass, good set, and then you got Jordan Garcia to put it away. 3-2 game. Lady Tigers on top as Maria Rendon Steps back to the service line. She has been a thorn in the side of the Seahawks throughout this contest. They return the serve this time. Second hit played up into the rafters. Ball still alive, back on the Tiger side, but it carries out of bounds. That means Rendon will serve again. Rendon ready to serve. Just gets it over, and on the return of serve, they'll keep it on the back row. Free ball now on the Tiger side. Diving play by Rendon to keep it alive. Ball at the net, nobody there. Points scored, Riviera. 1 point game at 4-3. Emily Bunger back to serve for the Seahawks of Riviera Kaufer. Just got it over the net, played by the Tigers. Set it up off the net, about 6 feet off on the left side. Played by the Seahawks. Center set. Played over on the back row by the Tigers to keep it alive for a moment. Now a free ball. Alegria with a pass. Set her up center. Swings. Took something off of that. Lady Tigers able to cover that. Set up Garcia. Swings away. Back row. It goes out of bounds. Tie game at 4 apiece. Another serve for Emily Bunger coming up. Bunger gets it over. Tigers let her perfect on the pass. Set up Garcia middle. Off the block. Got the point. Tigers regain the lead. 5-4 the score. Back to serve is Jordan Garcia. Tries to go for a short serve and doesn't carry the net. A service error. Tie game at 5 apiece. Lady Seahawks to serve as Madison Alegria rotates off the front row. And she serves up an ace. She's been the response when San Isidro's Maria Rendon's on the service line, capable of scoring multiple points on the rotation. Alegria shows the same abilities when she rotates back to serve. Tigers return the serve, get a hit, but it's played by the Seahawks. Back on the Tiger side. Back set middle. Alvarado swings away, got it in the net. Riviera goes up 2. Still serving is Madison Alegria. Alegria ready. Line drives that over, played by the Lady Tigers. Set it up in the middle. Alvarado had that partially blocked. Ball on the Lady Seahawks side. Free ball back on the Tigers side. Garcia with a pass. Off the net this time. Hit from the left side, played by Rivera. They can't pass it though, and a point score for San Isidro. 7-6 game. Lady Tigers down 1 here in game 4. Back of the service line is Roma Elizondo. Deep serve. Short pass by the Lady Seahawks. Miscommunication. They get it over. Tigers, though, with a chance to tie the game. Set it up in the middle. Alvarado tips it over. Nice play to keep it alive by the Lady Seahawks. That was Alegria racing off that back row to keep it alive. Rally continues. Seahawks set it up. Swing this time by Jocelyn Lerma. Carries out of bounds. All tied at 7. 7-7 your score. Back to serve. Roma Elizondo gets that over on the Rivera side. High set, big swing, played though by the Lady Seahawks. Ball back over on the Tiger side. Now a high set, they'll punch it over. Tigers able to keep it alive. Long rally. Seahawks now call for 2 hits and a point score to San Isidro. They regain the lead. 8-7 your score. That one went back and forth. Lady Tigers now to serve. This is Roma Elizondo. Short serve. This time played by the Seahawks. Set it up off the net. Another swing by Lerma. Got it down. Point scored. Tie game at 8 apiece on the kill by Jocelyn Lerma. Brianne Lerma now checks in for the Seahawks as she enters the game. Rotates back to serve. Deep serve in the corner, played by the Lady Tigers. Set it up in the middle, and the swing across is down for the kill by Kenya Ortiz. Lady Tigers back up 1. Back to serve is Kenya Ortiz. Ortiz with a right-handed serve. Knuckleballs it over, played by the Seahawks. Tipped over. Tabor looking down the sideline, but it carries out of bounds. Point San Isidro, they go up 10-8. Another serve by the Tigers, by Ortiz. Good pass this time by the Seahawks. Back set, they'll look for Tabor. Puts it over, in the net called on the Lady Tigers, and a point scored for Riviera Kaufer. Back to serve is Brianna Ramirez. And Ramirez gets it over. Deep serve. Punched up in the air by the Tigers. Second hit. Now a free ball coming up for the Lady Seahawks. Good pass to the middle. Go right back to Tabor. Puts it over. Garcia back there to play that. Ball back on the San Isidro side. From the middle. Tip it over on a back set. That carries just out of bounds. And we're all tied at 10 apiece. Mia Alvarado had her back to the net, and with one motion, carried that over her head, looking for that back sideline. Went out by about 7 inches. Ball back over as it's in play. Lady Seahawks will set it up on a back set, punched over. Tigers keep it alive and get it over. Better chance this time for the Seahawks to score. Back set looking for Tabor, puts it over, played by the Lady Tigers again as the rally continues. This time Alvarado facing the net. Same play, 7 inches closer. Point scored, Lady Tigers. And the only difference there was that Alvarado was facing the net and could see much better where to place that ball. Service error now by Alvarado. 2-point lead for the Lady Tigers. Mia Alvarado serving up an ace. Ready to serve again. The right-handed server for the Lady Tigers. Ace another. 3-point lead, San Isidro. They've won games 1 and 3. Get to 25 here. It's good night. Deep serve this time. Back corner, another ace. Her first 2 aces were right in the middle of the defense. Everybody bunched forward. She went back left side. Open corner, scored the point. Lady Tigers up 4. Mia Alvarado to serve again. Gets that one in the net. Service error opens a bit of a gate now for Riviera Kaufer. Serve over. Good pass this time. A high set in the middle for the Lady Tigers. Block back at you, though. Point scored for Riviera Kaufer. See, we're live at the Sherryland game. Ball carries over, and a point scored for Riviera. It's now a 1-point game. 14-13 as Lauren Tabor serves. Tabor serves it up. Good pass this time by the Lady Tigers. A high set to Garcia, who's back on the front row. Coming right back at you. Tipped near the net, nothing doing. Point score for the Tigers. Seahawks went for Madison Alegria. Just missed on the hit. (16-13) lead for San Isidro. Nicole Delgado to serve. Gets that over. Good pass this time by Riviera. Punched over, played by the Lady Tigers. Good dig by Roma Elizondo, but in the net it goes. Point scored Riviera. 2-point game. Back to serve is Allison Alegria. Alegria and the Seahawks responded after a game 1 loss by taking game 2. Now trying to do something here in game 3. Points scored San Isidro on a return of serve. The back row just punched at that serve. Carried all the way back over midway between the front and back rows. Now on this serve, service error gives a point right back to Riviera Kaufer. Lady Seahawks down 2. Back to serve, Emily Bunger. Bunger gets it over. Bad pass this time by the Lady Tigers. They will keep it alive. Free ball, though, for the Seahawks. Pass by Alegria. Set her right back up middle. Looking for the back line. That carries out of bounds. Point scored San Isidro. Lady Tigers up 3. As Jordan Garcia slides back to the service line. Deep serve. Pass forward. Second hit over on the Tigers side. They'll go on the attack. Back set middle. Alvarado swings away. Got the back corner. Point scored. Mia Alvarado on a kill. 4-point game. Lady Tigers on top. Back to serve Jordan Garcia again. Short serve this time on the pass. Lady Seahawks set up Alegria. Back row there to try to play that into the sidelines. It goes out of bounds. Emma Garcia made a play on that ball. Kenya Ortiz got as close to her bench as she could. Couldn't keep it alive. Alegria to serve again. Her team down 3. Good pass this time, but across the net it goes. Ball back over. Another point scored by Riviera. 2-point game at 19-17. Alegria to serve again. Nearly serves up an ace. Tigers somehow get it over. Free ball coming up for San Isidro. Punch it over, first hit instead. Right back at you. Tigers go on the attack from the middle. Free ball for the Lady Seahawks. Set it up there for Tabor. Got it down. Point scored. Lauren Tabor from that right side outside. 1-point game. Back to serve again. Madison Alegria now serving to try to tie this game. Deep serve. Carries out of bounds. San Isidro gets to 20 first. Doesn't always mean you win, but it does give you an advantage. And now a serve coming up for the Lady Tigers as Roma Elizondo puts it over. Ball punched near the net, nothing doing. San Isidro scores the point. Next serve over. Good pass this time and a back set. Seahawks get it on the Tigers side. Tigers go on the attack, and in the net it goes. Ortiz just misses on the hit. 21-19. Riviera Kaufer will substitute in as Brianna Lerma back in the ball game will serve. Lerma to serve away. Serves it off the back row, out of bounds. Service there, point scored. San Isidro can go ahead and afford to trade points here back and forth. 3 away from winning this, up 2. Check that, up 3. Ortiz to serve. Good pass this time by the Lady Seahawks. Second hit over, point scored. Caught him napping that time on defense. Seahawks back to serve as Brianna Ramirez back at the service line. 2-point game. Gets it over, good pass. No, pass carries out of bounds. Looked like a good pass, but it angled over to the sideline. 1-point game, 22-21. San Isidro leads. Want to remind you the next big event in the city of San Benito is the South Texas Music Festival on Saturday, September 21st. That's just 4 days away. 705 North Bowie Street, 4 to 11 o'clock. San Benito just with another sponsor here on Rio Sports Live. One of our title sponsors assisting us in this broadcast. Another title sponsor on all of our broadcasts, Hacienda Ford, in the Market for a new car, a used car, or service to your car. Hacienda Ford, one of our title sponsors here on Rio Sports Live. We do appreciate their assistance in broadcasting our games night in, night out, regardless of where we're at. Joining in the community, joining in the sportscasting, and a title sponsor on Rio Sports Live. Hacienda Ford, Edinburgh, Texas. Serve across by Brianna Ramirez by the Seahawks, played by the back row of the Tigers of San Isidro. Free ball over. Seahawks on the attack at the middle. Punch it over and score a point. Tie game. Lady Tigers caught napping on that one. Tie game as Ramirez serves, trying to give the Seahawks the lead. Second hit still on the back row. Tigers get it over. Good chance here to take the lead. Set it on a back set to Bohr. Back row there to play that. Nice dig that time by Emma Garcia. Ball back on the Seahawks side. Set up to Bohr again on that outside right. Better play this time by the Tigers. Punch it over on the second hit. Set it up again to Bohr in the center. Garcia there for the Tigers. Set it up in the middle. Alvarado off the block. Ball alive. Great dig that time. Ball still alive. Tigers looking to center it again. Alvarado off the block. Back row there to dig that again. All tied at 22 apiece here in game number 4. Set again for the Tigers. Middle, Alvarado swings away. Back row, Alegria keeps it alive again. Ball back and forth. Now the Seahawks trying to set it up at the net. Challenge there. Ball still alive. This is the longest rally of the entire night. Ball at the net. Point scored. Riviera scores. That just went absolute back and forth. Some terrific defensive plays on either side. Ramirez now the serve. Riviera up. Deep serve. Played by the Tigers. Ball up near the net. Two-handed over. Miscommunication and a point scored for San Isidro. We're tied at 23. Two players ran into one another on that back row. And the resulting call was a lift. Tigers to serve now to try to take the lead. All tied at 23 here in game number 4. In the net it goes. Service there. Riviera now can serve to win. Trying to extend this to game 5 in this best-of-5 series. Lauren Tabor back at the line. Left-handed server with a jump serve. Pass on the back row. Still now a free ball possible if they can get it over. They barely get it over the net. Second hit right back on the Tiger side. Now back on the Seahawks side, looking to put it away. Alegria gets the set, tipped it over. Played back out at the net. Alegria again. Dug again on the back row by Elizondo. Garcia has to ease it over. Seahawks, a better set this time. Center. Here's Alegria. Back row tries to play it up into the stands, off the rafters, and a point scored. Riviera wins game 4. We'll play 5 in this best-of-5. Riviera answers San Isidro. Game 5 coming up. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're DJ Southwest Avenida. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we got audio coverage of a volleyball match between San Isidro and Riviera Kaufer. San Isidro won game one, 25-14. And at times made it look easy. In game two, Riviera Kaufer, the Lady Seahawks, jumped out to a double-digit lead. Had a double-digit lead when they reached 24. Hung on and won 25-19. In game three, San Isidro established the lead early in the game and then just maintained a separation, edging out the 25-19 win. And then in game four, a back and forth affair in which Riviera Kaufer came from behind late in the game, scored down the stretch and wins by 2. Now we're going to 15, win by 2. Tigers serve it up. Seahawks get it over. Tigers on the attack, two-handed over, back on the Seahawks side. Points scored. San Isidro goes up 1-0. Lady Tigers leading 1-0 as Nicole Delgado ready to serve. Delgado gets it across. Good pass this time. A high set in the middle. Spiked over, down. Tie game at 1 apiece. Remind you again, fans, the next big event in the city of San Benito is the South Texas Music Festival, Saturday, September 21st on West Haven Memorial Park, 705 North Bowie Street from 4 to 11 o'clock. That's just 4 days away. This Saturday, South Texas Music Festival, San Benito. 1-1 game, serve over. Lady Tigers return that ball at the net, though, and it falls home for San Isidro. They go up 2-1. And now back to serve is Maria Rendon. A bright spot on the service line throughout the night for the Lady Tigers. Rendon, first serve here. Good pass, right on the money. Set it up on the right side, punched over. Tigers able to cover that, set up Garcia. Eases it over the blocker, scores a point. Just over the outstretched arms of the middle block, Garcia. And the Lady Tigers lead and, more importantly, keep Rendon at the service line. Serves up an ace. Right down the sideline on the left side of the defense of the Riviera Lady Seahawks. Rendon makes it a 4-1 game. She serves again. Short serve this time, and that is in, another ace. Same sideline, took a lot off of the pace. And a well-placed serve for Maria Rendon. Timeout called. Lady Seahawks. This server has been a difference in tonight's action. Back after this. Back here on Rio Sports Live as we have a 5-1 game in game 5 of this best of 5. San Isidro, Maria Rendon right back to work, serves up another ace. It's a 6-1 game. Maria Rendon just has been lights out good from the service line tonight for the Lady Tigers. This time on this serve, Riviera returns it, scores a point, gets her off the line. That's double duties that time for Riviera Kaufer and the Lady Seahawks. You got to get Rendon off that line. They do. Score the point, down 4. Emily Bunger to serve. Short serve on the sideline. Played by the Lady Tigers off the net. Ball over. Free ball coming up. Watch out for Alegria. They set her off the block. Point scored. Alegria, you could see her getting the approach that time off the middle. Edged over a little bit left side. Allowed her a better read of the blockers. Make it a 6-3 game. Bunger to serve again. Deeper serve this time. That carries out of bounds. And in a game to 15, service errors magnify even more than what they would in those games to 25. Back to serve. Jordan Garcia serves it over, played right back on the Tiger side. They'll set it up middle to Alvarado. Ball there, played in a high set for the Lady Seahawks. It's blocked back at you by Alvarado. Point scored San Isidro. They're up 5. 8-3 game. Lady Tigers to serve as Jordan Garcia back at the line. Deeper serve this time. Good pass that time by Lauren Tabor. Set it up to Alegria at the net. Punches it over. Tigers scramble. Keep it alive. Edged over by Garcia. That's Lerma Garcia on the back row. Challenge at the net. Punch back over on the Seahawks side. They'll keep it alive on the right side. Garcia there to pass it for the Tigers up near the net. Alvarado is there to dig it out. Ball back over on the Seahawks side. Set it up on the left side. Spiked across. Down it goes. Jocelyn Lerma. Lerma gets the kill. Makes it an 8-4 game. Riviera to serve again. Madison Alegria now back to the line off that front row. Short serve over. Good pass this time by the Lady Tigers. Set up the big swing by Alvarado, but it's played. Back row for the Riviera Kaufer Lady Seahawks. They'll edge it in the net. And a point score to San Isidro. Puts them up 9-4. Substitution off the bench. Into the game. Here comes Cassie Sheffield. Now entering play. I believe that's Sheffield. We'll check that number. That's not Sheffield. That's going to be Mary Godfrey. Meanwhile, an ace served up for San Isidro. Lady Tigers up 10-4. Roma Elizondo to serve. Deep serve, back row, out of bounds it goes. And if getting to 20 in a game to 25 is instrumental in deciding who wins, then getting to 10 in these games to 15 is equally important. San Isidro cleared that hurdle. Lady Seahawks now trying to serve back in this ball game. Brianna Lerma serves it up. The pass up in the rafters, that counts as an ace. It's a 10-6 game. Lerma to serve again. Gets it across, deep serve, and on a pass that will keep it alive this time. Seahawks with a golden opportunity here to score. Back set, this is Tabor. Ball back over on the Seahawks side, set up Tabor again with a short, quick set. Block back at you. Active at the net, Kenya Ortiz. Ball still alive, now they call 2 hits and award the point to San Isidro. And give all the credit in the world to Kenya Ortiz battling away at the net for San Isidro to earn that point. They're up by 5. Ortiz now rotates back to serve. Gets it over, punched up by Alegria. They'll set it up. This is Tabor, past the blockers, diving play at the net. Ball back over on the Seahawks side, set up Tabor again. Back row, got it down, point scored. Tabor active, went early with a short hit. When it came back around, elected to go back deep corner, far side of the net. Serve now by the Seahawks. Good pass by the Tigers. Set it up, tipped over, and a point scored. Well hit ball by Maria Rendon. Rendon at the net, just edged that over. 3 points away from capturing this 5-set thriller here. San Isidro Lady Tigers on the pass after the serve. Tip back and forth across the net. Seahawks now tip it over on the Tigers side. Pass by Garcia. Second hit over. Seahawks going on the attack here. Set up Tabor one more time. Down the line. That's in. Just in down the right sideline. And now important things happening for the Seahawks. Tabor rotates back to serve. And Madison Alegria now to the line at the net. The serve is an ace. 3-point game. Lauren Tabor ready to serve again. And again, remember, their best hitter, Madison Alegria, now at the net for Riviera Kaufer. Jump serve across with a knuckleball. Played on the back row. Second hit. Now third hit up to Garcia. Seahawks go on the attack. Set it off the net this time. Back to the back row it goes on the Tiger side. Garcia two-hands it over again. Covered easily. They'll set up Alegria middle. And a point scored. Lady Tigers playing with fire, allowing multiple sets on a rally to Madison Alegria. 2-point game. It allows Tabor to serve again. Before that, timeout. San Isidro leads by 2.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as the San Isidro Lady Tigers are up by 2, but the Seahawks of Riviera Kaufer have come storming back in this game and serve up an ace. And now it's a 1-point game as Lauren Tabor continues to pace the way, serving for the Lady Seahawks. She'll now serve to try to tie this game. We're tied in the series, each team winning 2. Good pass this time by the Tigers. Set up Garcia, swings away, got it off the block, but it's alive. Seahawks will recover. Free ball coming up. Tigers with a pass. Off the net this time, Delgado sets it up middle. Garcia hits it over. Better chance now, they'll set up Alegria. Tipped over, Alegria gets the point, ties the game. On the San Isidro side, it was big swing, big swing. On the Seahawks side, it was well-placed hit right down the middle. Tie game. Here's another serve by Tabor. Jump serve, looking for the sideline. Got it over. Tigers with a pass, set up, and Garcia tips it over the blockers. Diving play, keeps it alive. Garcia again, back row there to cover it for the Seahawks. Back over on the San Isidro side. Tigers racing over. Set it up middle this time. Garcia tips it over. Covered this time, and Alegria puts it away. Point scored, Riviera Kaufer. Wow, what a comeback right now. Now the Lady Tigers going to have to dig deep. Action-packed finish here in this one. Lady Seahawks, Lauren Tabor to serve again. Short serve this time. The pass carries over on the right side. Free ball coming up. Alegria with a pass. Setter right back up in the middle. Tips it over. Played on the back row by Elizondo. Second hit over. Again another pass. Alegria. Said they'll set it right side. Just off the net. Point scored, Riviera Kaufer. Lady Seahawks up by 2 at 14-12. Tabor will now serve and try to finish this off. In dramatic come-from-behind fashion. Tabor serves it down the sideline. Good pass this time. Set it up middle, tipped over. Seahawks set up Alegria off the net. Free ball coming up right up near the net. Garcia tips it right back over. Alegria becomes the setter, setting it up. Allison Alegria. Diving play by the Tigers keeps it alive. Here's a Garcia hit. Played on the back row by Tabor. Ball on the right side, played off the block. Tigers able to keep that alive. They have to score here. San Isidro playing backs against the wall. Ball over in the middle, played by the defense. Tigers looking for something, set it up over. Here comes Alegria with the pass, the set, right back at her. Spikes it off the net, point scored. Riviera Kaufer wins on the road, 15-12. 5-game thriller. They told me coming in this is going to be a tightly contested match. Next time, I promise you, we'll have the video cameras rolling. That's going to do it for our broadcast. 15-12, your final score. Again, thanks in a big part to our title sponsor. One of our title sponsors for Real Sports is Hacienda Ford in Edinburgh, Texas, where they have new cars, used cars, service to your car, and a big supporter of high school athletes assisting us in broadcasting games here on Real Sports Live. Final score in 5, game 5, 15-12. Riviera Kaufer wins it. Till next time, I'm Joe Bowling. So long.